he just is, the word I come up is nifty. He never panics in the pocket. It feels like he's got like 6 eyeballs around his head, right? No, seriously. You know, we watched him last night, Joe and I were watching him, and there's a rusher coming in. Looks like he's going to get him. And Joe didn't do very much, but he made a move, never lost balance, took a couple of steps, threw the ball downfield. Yeah, he's elite.
Wow, bulletin board material there from the Chiefs defensive coordinator. Brew, what's on
him up a little?
Frank Clark called Burrow the best quarterback in the league.
Really?
Yeah, and Chris Jones called it Burrowhead. The Chiefs are leaning into anti-bulletin board material,
like
for whatever
that.
it's worth. But go ahead.
What's on the line for Burrow?
Well, look, everybody's going to talk about, if he beats Mahomes a 4th straight time, he'll be the best quarterback. Okay, we're not going to say that. Some people may.
Wild's already saying it. That's why you couldn't get the olive branch. That's why you said that. That's why you couldn't get the olive branch. I was here earlier this week.
Though.
Yeah, you're like, 3 wins, not enough. I heard you say this.
Here's what I'm going to say. As great as Burrow is, he's elite, yes. He's not yet a made man. Okay, you don't know when this opportunity's coming again. I get it. The window's always open. The window's been always open for Aaron Rodgers too, right? And do you think in 2011, think about how long ago that was, more than a decade, that he thought when he won his first Super Bowl, this will be my last chance here. Dan Marino, when he went in his 2nd year to the Super Bowl, do you think he thought, if I play 15 more years,
of course not,
I'm never getting back to another? Like, you don't know, especially in Cincinnati, Nick.
Of course.
Where let's see if the Browns decide to, Mike Brown, the owner, decide to spend money.
Correct.
Okay, to keep this team together. We're already talking about they're going to lose T. Higgins. Look, he's great. I do expect him to be in the hunt for a decade to come. However, when you get this shot and you get this close, especially when we look at how many quarterbacks are in the AFC, you better seize the moment.
Especially when, like you said, they haven't had to pay people yet.
Right.
So, but I'm going to look at it from the other side. If he wins, then he's en route to a truly legendary career. Undeniably. 2 healthy seasons, 2 trips to the Super Bowl, and maybe a Super Bowl victory. If he wins, he will already have been to more Super Bowls than Drew Brees, than Aaron Rodgers, who will have been to the same number of Super Bowls.
I don't care.
What? You don't care?
I don't care about going to the Super Bowl and losing.
Well, I think it's all part of the story. I think it was. How many Super Bowls Tom Brady been to? Do you know? It's 10. That's part of the story. We don't just say he's won 7 rings.
0-10, if you're Jim Kelly.
But by the way, Jim Kelly does have a far more impressive career because he went to 4 Super Bowls. Who has the more impressive as far as winning-wise career? Jim Kelly or Dan Marino? Jim Kelly.
Well, I do think people, though, would say Dan Marino had a better.
Well, right, but there's John Elway's story is not just that he won 2. It's that he went to 5. And the winning, and so going to those, once you get, I agree with you, if you go 0 for your career, then it doesn't matter quite as much as in the Kelly situation. But if by the way, Joe Burrow, if they go, they could win. But
you know where it matters when you're nitpicking, when you're deciding between 2 greats that are pretty close.
Like if you went to 6 Super Bowls and won every one.
Okay, see, this is why it's all this.
Well,
is
this is LeBron talk.
No,
this is definitely about conference championships and just getting to the finals. Absolutely. I mean, that's where it comes from. But some of it's true. There's some truth there, Nick. There is.
May I finish my point, or do you guys want to have a Michael Jordan powwow anymore? I don't know. I understand that we're not allowed to evaluate any sports by any metric other than what, if we were to switch it to basketball, what paints Jordan in the best light. But I personally think making a Super Bowl is hard and impressive. And if he wins this one, he will have been doing the same amount as Brett Favre, the same amount as Russell Wilson, the same amount as Patrick. Now, but just by getting there this week, and then we'll see if they win it. Here's the other thing, and you mentioned it, Brew. If they get there and if they win it, I think they keep T. Higgins. So there's always little butterfly effects, right? So the Bengals this offseason are going to have to make a choice, Wilds, because they're going to pay Burrow and they're going to pay Chase. And Higgins only has 1 year left on his deal. Most teams would say, okay, we can't pay him as well. We don't want to just let him walk in free agency, so let's trade him now. If you win the Super Bowl, you might say, you know what, even if we're going to lose him for nothing in a year, let's we're not going to pay him. We're just going to, keep him on the team. It's like if the Chiefs had won the Super Bowl last year, I don't think they'd trade Tyreek. Yeah. Even if they know they're not going to extend him long term. So I think for Burrow, there's a lot of There would be a lot that goes along with winning this game that helps keep them better for next season along with the legacy stuff.
Remember Bruce Arians was like, let's bring everybody back.
Exactly right.
Like all 22. Then they were drinking tequila too much, probably. Hey, this is the video from Joe Burrow's dad. Joe Burrow watching a Barnstormer game with his mom. Won't be wearing that helmet on Sunday. It wouldn't fit. And it'd probably be... Well, I don't think it's up to safety standards either. Nick, question here, is Mahomes the only QB you'd take over Burrow? Full size, not child. Yeah.
Wilds, they called me a troll.
Okay.
They called me a hater. They called me a hot take artist.
Well, that's a little
And you know what they should have been calling me all year?
Here we go.
Mr. Consistency. Because all year long, I told you he's the second best quarterback in the league. And now, you know what everybody's coming around to? Joe Burrow, second best quarterback in the league. Of course there's no quarterback other than Mahomes I would rather have over Burrow. And I have been waiting since 10:15 this morning when I saw this in our Google Doc. I've been waiting 5 hours now to hear what Chris Broussard's going to say to this.
You think you know me. You think you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. And I said it before. What's written in stone, Nick, when it comes to quarterbacks?
Patrick Mahomes the best.
Yes. The rest, 2 through 5.
No, but I want your
fluctuate.
opinion.
It's like the NBA.
I want your take.
I got my chops covering the NBA. It's fluid.
Yeah.
I've seen too much to know that year to year it kind of is fluid. If Jalen Hurts, which he has a really good chance, if he wins this Super Bowl, Nick, why can't Jalen Hurts be in that? Why wouldn't I take Jalen Hurts?
No, but right now, this moment.
If Josh Allen, I'm not out on Josh.
You know what? Josh Allen's not going to win this Super Bowl.
I know.
I can tell you that much.
People are dumping on Josh Allen and he's this, he's that. He's a wild child. He doesn't know how to play the position.
I don't think anyone
I'm sticking with Josh. Not as better than Mahomes, but I'm just saying. Josh Burrow, Jalen Hurts. It's fluid.
No, but
it's
right,
fluid.
okay.
I would take Mahomes. The rest of them,
right
I'd take
now,
any of those.
right now, we're doing a quarterback draft.
If I could choose, okay, let me put it this way.
Mahomes.
Let me
You're
put it
on the
this way.
clock.
If I'm other than Patrick Mahomes,
yeah.
If I had to say which quarterback I like in his position right now, who would I want to be? Jalen Hurts.
That's not the question. The question is this. Hold on, Wilds. We cannot move on.
I'm getting
we give
Jordan,
these opinions for a living.
Soon.
We have to. At times, we must be bolted down. You are running a team.
Like the coaching analysis.
I am running a team.
Analysis.
I have the first draft. I have drafted Patrick Mahomes. You are on the clock. What name are you submitting?
It's fluid.
Micah Parsons.
I
mean, I like defense. Defense wins championships. Give me Micah Parsons.
Coming up after the
what
break.
a coward.
You argue with the Am I not right?
You're not right.
Give me Micah Parsons.
That's right.
Pizza